Hi, Tracy Hugelmeyer here with VintagepreneurUniversity.com, where I help vintage sellers start, grow, and scale their business on Etsy. I also own my own vintage business, Rustic Guide, that I've had on Etsy since 2013. And today I'm doing a follow-up to kind of talk with you about how Etsy advertising is going for me and my thoughts on it. So it's been a couple of months that I've had Etsy advertising turned on. Prior to using Etsy advertising, I did use Etsy promoted listings, but not Google ads through Etsy. So that's kind of my background. I do have a whole playlist on this subject where I go through, kind of walk you through as I'm going along and using the new ads platform and sharing my thoughts with you on it during the different stages. So I'm going to link to that playlist for you so you can check that out as well. But this is, as I mentioned, a couple months in, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at how things are going. Okay, so it's the first week of November, a couple months after starting the new Etsy advertising platform. And I haven't really changed much as far as how many listings I'm advertising. I haven't really added too much to that. And I still have my budget set at $3 a day, which is exactly untouched of, what it was when the change occurred. So I watched closely as my budget, which used to be about $2 a day on average, creeped up to the full $3 a day, which I knew and expected for it to do that, and it did indeed do that over a 3 to 4 week period. I'm now being charged a flat $3 a day. They're definitely spending my entire budget, whereas before this change, like I said, they only spent about $2 a day, even though my budget was spent at $3 a day. So as I said previously, I'm fine with my budget going up to $3 a day, that ad spend going up. I'm totally fine with that if my results match that, right? So if my results also climb, then I'm totally fine with spending more. And to be honest, I've been on the fence with raising this budget as well. So especially right now, because we are, heading straight head on to our holiday season, our busiest sales season for most people on Etsy, or a good percentage of people on Etsy. I'm very tempted to raise this, but because it's such a new thing and I don't want to change too many variables just yet, I'm holding out for now. I can't say that I'm not going to raise this, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to continue to watch it closely. And if I keep seeing the results that I'm seeing, then I will bump it up just a little bit, maybe $4, maybe even $5 for the month of November and December and even January, because those are 3 very busy months for me. Okay, so you can see down here my ad spend is up to $86.39 in the past 30 days. Quite honestly, I'm surprised that doesn't say $90 because they've definitely been hitting that $3 max a day. So not sure what happened there, but I would expect that to say $90 at this point. So right now, I'm happy to say that I have seen my revenue increase in the same amount that I would expect it to see for the ad spend. So it's increasing proportionately. Would that be the case if it was a slower time of year? I don't know. So at this time, I'm still kind of playing it, day by day, and I am ready to make any changes necessary should the need arise. But I've kind of tried to keep it steady so that I can see, if I do make changes, I can watch them closely and see the results of my changes as well. The other thing that's good is that all of the little things that I didn't quite like, the little bugs or quirks that I didn't like about the changes, like how many days you could see the advertising stats for, your options for showing results, and then also a couple of the sorting and filtering options weren't ideal in the beginning, but they've changed a lot of those things, most definitely based on the feedback that they received. So keep giving feedback on, whenever Etsy rolls a new thing out, they always give you a way to give feedback. Definitely do that. They do listen. Okay, the one thing that I don't think is going to change, but I do miss or not like about the new platform is that you can't see when somebody clicks on one item and then ends up purchasing another item. So they click on your item through an advertising link and then they end up buying something else as a result. It used to be that you could see that and it was really insightful information. You know, it might give you insight into whether or not you want to keep an ad on, even though you're not necessarily maybe making the revenue you want from one particular listing. It gives you insight into which of your listings are bringing traffic to your shop, which was really valuable to have. And so I miss that. I'm not sure we're going to get it back because it may not make sense with the changes they made to the system, but crossing my fingers for that one because that's the piece that I miss the most with this new advertising platform. But bottom line is, so far, this is working for me. It was a little rough in the beginning and I had to kind of write it out in the sense that my ad spend was going up against my will, even though I could have changed my, listings back to the $2 a day instead of $3 a day, or my budget, so that they couldn't creep it up to $3 a day. So I went from, really spending an additional $30 a month. So what am I going to get for that $30, Etsy? Come on, let me know that this isn't a mistake to keep this budget where it's at. And so far right now, I'm feeling confident that my results are going up just enough so that I'm not freaking out. And so I'm going to keep it like it is for now and continue to watch it. And sometimes I think that's what you have to do when there are changes. I mean, yes, it might be rough for a little while, but hang in there, watch. And nobody can tell you what decisions to make for your own shop. Only you can do that. But sometimes you do have to kind of stick it out to see how it's going to go. And I have a lot of faith in this new advertising platform. So I'm sticking it out. And so far, I'm not unhappy that I've done so. It's really important that when you are figuring out what listings to advertise and all those things, that you do it with a strategy that makes sense. Your listings need to be optimized before you advertise them, because if you put your listings out there, you want to make sure it's getting in front of the right audience. And you do that with making sure you have really great search engine optimization. And then once somebody clicks, it becomes even more important that that listing is optimized for conversion, because you don't want to have somebody click on your listing because you're paying for that once they click on it, and then you can't then convert them to a sale, or not at a high enough conversion rate that makes sense for spending your money on advertising. So having great search engine optimization and making sure that your listings are strongly set up to convert are two things that have to be in place before turning on Etsy advertising makes any sense. I do have a free training that might help you with setting up your shop and really getting it set up for some strong conversions and getting those sales. You can check that out at vintagepreneuruniversity.com/free training, and I'll link that below for you as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and click the little bell too so you get notified whenever a new video comes out. And have a really great rest of your day. Bye!